The Relentless Pursuit, the story of a hardworking young man. There was once a young man named Alex, living in a small, quiet town nestled between rolling hills. The town was peaceful, but the opportunities were limited. Alex grew up in a modest family. His parents were hardworking, but they never had much. They were content with the little they had, but Alex always dreamed of something bigger, something greater. He dreamt of a life where he could make a difference, not just for himself, but for his family and the community that had raised him. From a very young age, Alex understood the value of hard work. Unlike most kids his age, who spent their afternoons playing games or hanging out with friends, Alex would be found at home helping his parents with chores, working in the garden, or even assisting the local shopkeeper in the market. His parents didn't push him to work. It was simply in his nature. He felt responsible for helping his family, and he understood that if he wanted to change his circumstances, he had to start by putting in the effort, no matter how small. But life wasn't always easy. Alex faced numerous challenges, some of which seemed insurmountable. At the age of 16, his father fell seriously ill. With his father unable to work, Alex knew it was up to him to support the family. He started taking up odd jobs around town, helping neighbors with construction, working as a farmhand, and even cleaning cars for extra money. It wasn't glamorous, but Alex was determined. He worked long hours, often well past sundown, with no complaints. The exhaustion was real, but his spirit was stronger. There were times when Alex felt like giving up. He would see his peers hanging out, playing video games, or driving new cars, while he was slogging away in the fields or washing dishes. But Alex knew that his hard work wasn't just for him, it was for a greater purpose. He had a vision of the future. He wanted to change his family's life, and he knew that success didn't come without sacrifice. Every hour he spent working, every drop of sweat that fell from his forehead was a step closer to his dreams. One day, a businessman from a neighboring city came to the town for a visit. He was looking for someone to work at his company, someone who was reliable, hardworking, and had the potential for growth. Alex, despite being tired from a long day at the farm, heard about the opportunity and decided to go for it. He wore his best clothes, though they were nothing fancy, and walked to the interview. The businessman was impressed by Alex's determination and attitude. "Tell me about your experience," he asked. Alex didn't have a college degree or fancy credentials, but he had something far more valuable: years of hands-on experience, a strong work ethic, and an unwavering determination to succeed. "I've worked since I was a kid," Alex said. "I've learned the value of hard work, and I believe that if you put in the effort, you can achieve anything." The businessman saw potential in Alex and decided to hire him on the spot. It wasn't the start of a glamorous career, but it was the beginning of a new chapter in his life. Alex moved to the city and started working in a small company. He faced challenges, as the fast-paced city life was a far cry from the quiet town he came from. But he didn't let the overwhelming environment stop him. He worked long hours, learned quickly, and was always willing to go the extra mile. Years passed, and Alex's efforts began to pay off. He started getting promoted, not because of his educational background or because he knew the right people, but because he was the first to arrive and the last to leave. He earned the respect of his colleagues and superiors. Slowly but surely, Alex climbed the ladder of success. But he never forgot the values his parents had instilled in him: the importance of hard work, honesty, and perseverance. After years of working relentlessly, Alex was offered a position as the head of the department in the same company. It was a job he had once dreamed of, but now it was a reality. However, Alex didn't forget where he came from. He knew that his journey wasn't just about his success. It was about inspiring others to believe in themselves and never give up. He returned to his hometown not to boast about his achievements, but to share his story. Alex knew that there were many young people in his town who felt like he once did, stuck, unsure of how to escape their circumstances. He wanted them to know that no matter where you start, you can always change your path through determination and hard work. "It doesn't matter where you come from," Alex would tell them. "What matters is where you're going, and if you're willing to put in the effort, the sky's the limit." Alex's story became an inspiration to many. His success wasn't defined by the money he earned or the title he held, but by the lessons he learned along the way. The importance of never giving up, no matter how tough life gets. His message was simple. Hard work pays off, but it's the determination to keep going when others stop that makes all the difference. Today, Alex is not only a successful businessman, but also a mentor to young people. He travels around the country, sharing his story and encouraging others to chase their dreams, no matter how impossible they may seem. He continues to remind everyone that the road to success is never easy, but it is always worth it for those who are willing to work hard enough to see it through. And that's the story of Alex, a young man who, through sheer determination and relentless hard work, turned his dreams into reality. This story of Alex is a reflection of how perseverance, dedication, and hard work can turn even the most challenging circumstances into stepping stones to success. Just like Alex, you too can achieve anything if you stay committed to your dreams and never give up.